You're about to buy the toughest looking tire in the lot. And the guy behind the counter? He's betting you'll never check the actual noise numbers. Here's the twist. One of the meanest looking all-terrain tires in a 2026 independent test scored dead last for cabin noise, while another aggressive tire near the top of the field stayed surprisingly quiet. 5 all-terrain tires that make the strongest case for a quieter highway ride. Let's start with number 1. Number 1, Cooper Discoverer. This one isn't trying to look tough, and it's not chasing the top spot on a spec sheet either. It's built for a driver who spends the week on pavement and just wants enough capability left over for a gravel driveway or a weekend campsite, without the harsh ride that usually comes bolted onto real off-road hardware. Owner feedback on this tire consistently lands well above average for road noise in its category, and here's what actually matters next to that. That reputation holds up against tires costing $40 to $60 more per corner, without giving up the severe weather traction most drivers never actually test until they need it. Don't mistake it for a winter or mud specialist. That pavement-first character is exactly what keeps it civilized at highway speed, which for a driver logging mostly asphalt miles is precisely the trade worth making. It's also the tire most likely to get overlooked entirely because nothing about the sidewall shouts, "quiet." The aggressive-looking options next to it on the shelf get picked first, and that's exactly the mistake this whole list is built to correct. And for the record, nobody paid to be on this list. No brand deals, no sponsorships. Every tire here earned its spot on the data alone. Number 2, Yokohama, Geolandar. Yokohama built this one around a specific, stated goal: on-road comfort without giving up off-road capability. The company specifically engineers a multi-pitch tread variation designed to reduce road noise, not as an afterthought, but as a design target from the start. Varying the spacing between tread blocks keeps the sound from locking into one harsh, repeating tone at speed. That's the actual mechanism behind the marketing claim, and it's a real one. It's severe snow rated, so the winter credential is genuine, not a highway tire wearing a badge for the box art. Yokohama backs it with up to a 60,000-mile limited treadwear warranty on P and E metric sizes, dropping to 50,000 miles on LT metric sizes. And that gap matters, because most trucks running an all-terrain in this category are on the LT metric side of that warranty, not the longer one advertised on the box. It doesn't force a choice between comfort and versatility. If your truck spends most of its life on pavement, errands, family visits, more miles than mud, that's exactly the compromise that makes sense. So what actually decides whether a tire is quiet in the real world and not just on a spec sheet? 3 things, and none of them are random. Tread block spacing and how much those blocks flex against the pavement decide what actually reaches the cabin at 70 miles an hour, which is why manufacturers use multi-pitch designs in the first place. Construction matters too. Once a tire develops uneven wear or cupping, even a genuinely quiet design turns noisy well before you'd expect, and the road itself changes the story. The same tire sounds different on smooth asphalt than on coarse concrete, and no rating on a box accounts for the roads you actually drive every day. Keep that in mind for the next 2, because they prove the point from opposite directions. Number 3, Falken Wild Peak. This one looks like it should be loud. Aggressive tread, sidewalls built for real work. The hardware alone says rough conditions, the kind of tire you'd expect to roar the moment it hits the highway. Real owners tell a different story. Across independent reviews, drivers consistently praise the Wild Peak A/T4W for surprisingly low noise and comfortable ride quality alongside strong off-road capability. Not a marketing claim, but a pattern that shows up again and again once people actually put miles on it. It carries a severe snow rating and full-depth sipes on top of that reputation, with reinforced sidewall construction on select sizes built for demanding conditions, not just soft pavement. It also offers HD sizes with higher load capacities for towing, though ride feel still depends heavily on your specific tire size and load rating, worth checking against your own vehicle before committing to a full set. Number 4, BFGoodrich All-Terrain. Some drivers actually leave the highway. Gravel roads, work sites, loose surfaces that demand more than a quiet tread alone. The KO3 was built around exactly that. A tread compound and footprint optimized for even wear, full-depth 3D locking sipes for stability, and reinforced sidewall construction focused specifically on toughness. And here's the tire from the opening. In that same 2026 test, the KO3 posted a perfect subjective comfort score. Testers genuinely liked how it rode and how it sounded from the seat. But when the instrument measured actual cabin noise across the whole field, the KO3 came back dead last. Worst of every tire tested, aggressive looks and all. Same test, same conditions, opposite outcome from what the ear alone would have told you. That's the entire argument of this video in one comparison, and it's the clearest reason not to trust a tire's reputation over an actual measurement. That doesn't make it a bad tire. It makes it the wrong tire for one specific priority. Choose the KO3 when toughness comes first, and you're willing to trade some highway refinement for genuine capability when the pavement runs out. If silent highway comfort is the only priority on your list, it's probably not the pick. Number 5. Michelin. Not the toughest tire on this list, and not the best at everything on paper. It's here because if your truck spends most of its life on pavement, this is where the entire quiet all-terrain idea actually pays off. Michelin's comfort control technology is specifically engineered to reduce vibration and noise. Built into the tire's structure through computer-optimized design and precision manufacturing, not added on as a marketing line after the fact. The build leans pavement first, a genuinely comfortable ride, a 60,000-mile limited warranty, and an optimized contact patch through Michelin's Max Touch construction, designed to extend tread life mile after mile even under tough conditions. That's exactly what a highway-heavy driver wants. Less vibration through the wheel, real all-terrain traction held in reserve for when it's actually needed, and tread built for years of driving instead of a weekend nobody's actually planning. Michelin states the LTXA/T2 lasts at least 35% longer on gravel than two leading class competitors under its own stated test conditions. Real off-road endurance, just not the tire's main selling point. Nothing hitting pavement at highway speed is completely silent. But for comfort, low vibration, and years of civilized manners over the miles that actually make up most driving, the LTXA/T2 makes the strongest case on this entire list, and the clearest argument yet for checking the measurement before you trust the badge. If your truck sees a trail once or twice a year and pavement every other day, this is the one on the list built around that exact math, not the exception to it.